We want to go ahead and bring in a couple of bright stars over at the West Bloomfield High School, Student Leadership President Alisha Sanghvi and Student Government Vice President Ava Bell. Actually, I got that mixed up. Ava, you're the Student Leadership President, right?
Yes.
Thank you for being with us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
And then Alisha, you're the Student Government Vice President.
Yes, that's right.
Are you guys zoomed out right now?
Honestly, it's a lot of Zoom calls all day long, plus meetings for student government, student leadership. It's a lot, but we have to do what we have to do.
Ava, how are you doing?
I'm good, and I agree that it has been like a lot of Zooms for us to go through every day, but like Alisha said, we have to like get our education and learn from our teachers and go to our meetings. And it's important to us too that we do have meetings and we do continue to have like these like experiences and everything.
What has it been like for you to do virtual meetings, because you're trying to uplift and do good things for the students and for your school, but you're having to do it remotely? Alisha, do you want to take that first?
Yeah, so we're trying to get as many things done as we can, and we have to stay productive. Some challenges we face are like cameras being off during the meetings because you can't get that personal interaction and you can't see how the other person's reacting to the idea or whatever you're talking about. But we have been able to get a lot done. We have an amazing group of kids working together, and I'm very proud of us for being able to stick with all the tasks that we have to complete. There are challenges, but I'm proud of us.
So Alisha, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior this year.
So you're a senior. What's it been like as well trying to prepare for college?
Well, this summer our school offered a lot of different workshops for us to partake in to help us with our applications. Usually they would have been in person, but they were awesome and created Zoom platforms for us to still work on our applications. We had a boot camp to teach us how to do the Common App, which was really awesome. I felt like it went smoothly. All my stuff is in, which is really exciting. Now we're all just waiting on the results, but the process was good.
That's good. Ava, how are you doing with that?
Yeah, I agree. Like they had a lot of like resources for us to use, like not only just the boot camp, but also like our counselors saying like we're available, like join Zoom calls with us, like we'll help you. We understand that this is different, but we're there for you. And like teachers too were super like helpful with it because they've been through it with their other students. And yeah, I have all my applications in as well and still just waiting.
Do you know what you want to study?
I personally would like to study dietetics and like work to become a registered dietitian.
Wow. With that, so let's go ahead. Tell us a little bit about the UMatter week.
All right, so UMatter week this year is actually 2 weeks because we've had a lot of stuff going on. And it started this Monday and goes till next Friday, the 18th, I believe. And we have the theme this year is breaking the silence around like mental health and mental illness and everything, and that just like that it's okay to talk about it and that it's normal. And we have an essay contest going on where students can write an essay about anything relating to UMatter, breaking the silence. We also have like a mixed media where you can use like photography or painting or anything to talk about mental health. And we also have staff and student TED Talks where they're explaining what they've gone through and how they've like faced challenges and everything like that. And we also have like more fun activities. Like, I don't know if you've heard of the game Among Us, but it's really popular right now. And we're actually having like a school-wide like Among Us like game together. It's like a video game on your phone. And that's this Wednesday or today. And we also have a yoga day next week. So that's like just to help us all like relax and understand that like we need to take time for ourselves and stuff like that. And we also have dress up days going on. And today is actually a whiteout. That's why Alisha and I are wearing white. And it's to white out the darkness.
That's I love that you are addressing the issue of mental health right now, because I think it's so important for teenagers to speak with one another about those issues. And Alisha, because Ava, you're freezing up just a little bit there. So Alisha, let's go ahead and bring you in now. Talk to us a little bit about some of the fundraising programs that you have been working on.
Yeah, so we have some awesome fundraisers going on. So we can start with talking about Giving Tree. So this is a committee and leadership where usually it's obviously in person. We have a physical tree to represent the Giving Tree, and the staff is able to purchase gifts for students at West Bloomfield High School in need of gifts. But we decided to do this virtually, so we have an eFunds account set up where anyone in the community, staff, anybody can just donate money so that we can purchase about $25 gift cards for each student in need. So that's one fundraiser. Another is Adopt a Family. So this is also a leadership committee where we have essentially adopted a family of 6 whose income has been greatly affected by the COVID pandemic. This family is in need of just basic necessities like clothing, bed sheets, winter boots, winter coats. We're hoping to raise enough money to also get them holiday gifts like soccer cleats, makeup, toys, just anything kids would like. This committee has set up a Walmart registry for anyone to buy gifts, as well as an eFunds account. There's links to all of those. And then our last one through student government is called Sock December. So we are collecting socks to give to a nonprofit organization called One Mother to Another. They take the socks and they donate them to homeless people in Detroit in need during this cold time. We have an Amazon registry set up for that, as well as an eFunds. So for all 3 of these, they have eFunds. You can go to wbsd.org, and in the top right corner, there's a little tab that says eFunds. And if you click on that, it'll take you to the 3 pages and it'll prompt you to donate. Yeah.
So, and Alicia, what's this been like for you to take part in some of these fundraising efforts? Because you as a senior, you're missing out on so many traditions because of the pandemic, but it does, you still have your comforts of home. So to see these other families suffering in different ways, does it make you appreciate what you have even more?
Yeah, it definitely does, because I'm just fortunate enough to live in a really awesome neighborhood, awesome family, but working with these fundraisers makes me realize that there are a lot of people who have been greatly impacted by what's going on, and being able to help them has made me just appreciate everything that I have like extremely more,
But how hard is it to try to fundraise virtually? You don't have events where you can, be standing out there with a bucket and collecting change and money and
It's been challenging. We've come up with some awesome things. We've made flyers on an awesome website called Canva that we've emailed out. We've made videos where each person has a little line and we compile it together to show that we're still united. We talk about it in awesome opportunities like this to get the word out. I mean, it's different, but it's working.
Sorry, that's my husband's leaving for work, so my dog is going crazy. Ava, if I could go ahead and talk to you a little bit too, how do you think this crisis and going through the crisis is impacting you long term and what you're experiencing and how you're living your life?
I think that like going through this pandemic really is going to influence a lot of us and like our choices that we make like for college and our choices like in life, because we have like experienced what it's like to be stuck at home for all of these weeks and everything. And it's going to make us like appreciate it so much more, like too, like when we do hopefully get to a post-pandemic world, like being able to go and see our friends and go to restaurants and all of it, like it's going to mean so much more and be so much more exciting.
Have you had your friends be more open about suffering from mental health issues during this time?
Yeah, I know like I have talked to a lot of my friends about what we've been going through and how it's harder now to reach out and everything because you are so isolated, but that it's you really have to, like if you're really struggling, like you need to reach out.
I'm sorry, you froze up just a little bit there at the end. Can you repeat what you were saying there? That's okay. We seem to be having a few technical issues with Ava. So, Alisha, what was on your college application? I know typically they talk about having you address some, a challenging time that you have gone through in your life. What did you talk about any of the issues and some of the things you've been going through during the COVID-19 crisis?
So I didn't personally choose to talk about that because I knew it would be a bigger platform for others to talk about who had been like more greatly impacted. I chose to talk about just something more general in my life, just like tackling everything I have to in life with all the clubs, after school curriculars, pressures of society. That's what I made mine about, but I know a lot of other people took that opportunity to address what they were going through.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about the school and the support that you and the other students have had through the administration and trying to navigate this? Because you haven't been able to return back to the school at all, right? So you've been remote learning since what, like last March?
Yep, it's been that long.
Wow. Do you think you're ever going to get back to the classroom, or have you just pretty much assumed that this is going to be how you're going to end your high school career?
I've honestly just accepted that this is how it's gonna end. I mean, it would be an awesome surprise to go back just for the last little bit of senior year. I was fortunate to have soaked up everything I could in my last 3 years, which I'm thankful for. But to end like my last year of high school like this is just crazy, and I never thought that would happen.
So Ava, it looks like we have you back. Before we go, just a couple more minutes here with us on the Oakland County MegaCast. What's this been like for you long term? Are you hoping to get back into the classroom at all before you end your high school career?
It would be amazing to be able to get back and see all my teachers and spend the day, and even just one day like in a classroom with all my friends and everything. But I think that it's honestly like we just have to accept that that might not happen and learn to like be okay with it and learn to appreciate that we have had 3 other years of high school and time with our teachers and friends and everything, and just to be thankful that we did have all of those times.
Did you ever think that you would say, I can't wait to get up early and get dressed and go to school?
Honestly, I never thought I would say that ever. Like, I never thought that I would miss like driving to school at 6:30 in the morning or waiting in that turn line or anything, but I do miss it a lot.
Do either of you play sports?
Yeah, I'm on the varsity Palms team as well as the golf team.
So what's this been like for you with, your sports and those being canceled?
So thankfully, golf is a sport where it starts in August and ends really early in the school year. And since it's golf, you're able to social distance really easily. So we actually had a normal season. We had to wear masks and just take precautions. But for the Palms team, it has been difficult because right now we can't have practices. We weren't able to perform at the first few football games, which is kind of sucky because, you just want to embrace all the time you have. But we were lucky to perform at a few football games. So we hope to do basketball soon.
Oh, fingers crossed, right? And with that, Ava, do you want to talk a little bit before we let you go about Staff Appreciation Week as well?
Yeah, we have a staff appreciation and a student appreciation committee that just works to make sure that both groups really do feel that they're appreciated and that they matter and everything. It kind of goes hand in hand with UMatter Week. And so for staff appreciation, we had students make like a little video thanking the staff for what they've been doing and everything that they've done for us. And that was sent out during Thanksgiving break. And we're also having each student in leadership write a personalized letter to a staff member at like thanking them for what they're doing and maybe just like a fun memory or something like that. And then for student appreciation, we sent out like a Google form for students, parents, and staff to fill out with positive messages about any student in the school. And we actually got over 400 messages sent, which is amazing.
And then do you post those messages virtually then?
Yeah, they were emailed to each student.
Oh, that's nice. Well, you two definitely are a bright spot for so many people. I know students that such as yourself are struggling during this pandemic, but you both seem like you have embraced it. It's not fun, it's challenging, but you have embraced it. But not only that, you are also working to make life a little bit better for those around you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Well, it was great to have both of you, and that is Ava Bell, she's the Student Leadership President, and Alisha Sanghvi, she's the Student Government Vice President over at the West Bloomfield High School. And we also want to say thank you to the West Bloomfield High School for allowing us to live stream today's edition of the Oakland County MegaCast on their Facebook page.